Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming through this evening, and thank you to all of you who've tuned in live this evening. It's Monday night. I'm feeling particularly energized and happy about this week, which is odd because it is Monday, but maybe it's because Monday's over, but more because we're at the beginning of a very exciting week. As we mentioned to you on the weekend, we've got Tell All Tuesday tomorrow night. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on, but this is going to be another exciting week. And I'm hoping that for all of you that are a part of DuePoint, you watched Saturday morning's Wealth Creation Development Seminar. If you haven't had a chance yet, please, I encourage you, go into your phone app, push tools. It's at the very top of the list of videos. It's one you really should watch. Those that watched it have given me tremendous appreciation for it. I think it's valuable, and I think every wealth engineer should be watching it. So really take the time to watch it. Remember, you get XP points as well for watching our training, but more valuable than that, I think it can really set you up not only for this week ahead, but for the years ahead as we build DuePoint together. So I'm excited to have you with us this evening. We're going to spend 45 minutes or so talking about DuePoint. That's where you're sitting this evening. DuePoint itself is not a company. It's a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. This is important to note because we're both a licensed and listed life and short-term insurance company in South Africa. We were first founded in 1952, so that we are 66 years old this year. We're not a startup. We're not something new. We're not something that's kind of blown in offshore from the internet or on Facebook or something like that. This is a very real company. We've been in South Africa as part of this insurance sector for nearly 70 years now. These are pictures of our actual head office away from this office as well. So, you know, we have individuals that say, no, until I see the office, I won't believe that this is real. Well, we can show you 2 offices. So how do you like that? 2 buildings, 2 separate locations, lots of people. This is a real business. We want you to have a sense of confidence about who you're dealing with here. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider as well. That's one of our FSP licenses. Take the time, jump on the internet, go and look up everything you need to know about us. Go to the JSC, look us up under Conduit Capital, go to the FSCA's website, see our licenses and see our registrations there. This is real. But more importantly, it is also South African. It is a homegrown South African company. You are looking at the people who run this business. You are looking at the people that you can find in this office 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. If you're not in Joburg, not in Gauteng, when next you are, pop by and visit us. Come and see that the walls are real, that the paint is real, that the people are real, and that even the guests we bring here are not cardboard cutouts. They're very real people as well. Get confidence in who you're dealing with. We want you to know that this is different from every other experience that you have had in South Africa to this point in time. This is me over here. My name is Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here, and I'm going to be taking you through the DuePoint system this evening. What do we do at DuePoint? Well, we got 2 objectives. Our primary reason for existence is to create and put in a tool in the hands of every South African that they can use to create wealth with. We do not create cash here. This is not a cash business. We're not a cafe, and you don't sell things. And as a result, you don't make cash for the moment. See, that's the problem. We are a wealth creation business. That means that we go beyond cash in the moment. We create wealth, which is recurring, reliable income that is there every month on a steadfast basis. We create wealth that you can rely on, that you can forecast on, and that you can budget and leverage. That is what we do at DuePoint. Our hope is that as we do this for you, we put you back in control. I think that those of you who watched the development seminar on Saturday morning would have realized again just how out of control we are as individuals in South Africa. I have been making the terrible mistake of reading the newspaper of late. I don't recommend it to anybody. It's a little bit like cutting your own wrist when you read the newspapers. My, oh my, how do I realize the loss of my freedom and the loss of my control as an individual in South Africa? Can any of you control your income right now? Can you go to your boss and say, listen, buddy, tomorrow I need an increase and I need another one every month going forward, because the way prices are going up in South Africa, this 4%, 10% increase you gave me is never going to cut it. Folks, we don't. You know that that conversation would be a short and sharp conversation. And yet we are in an environment, as I've said, where our pricing of everything is out of control too. Those of you who've bought petrol lately will know that there has literally been about a 33 to 50% increase in prices this year. I know this only because my wife's got this big tank in her car. It's 100 liters. And at the beginning of the year, it was 1,000 Rand to fill it up. 1,000 Rand. That's 25% of the total earnings of the average person in South Africa. That's how expensive petrol has got, that it costs 25% of the average monthly earnings of a South African to fill the tank once. All right, she fills it up 4 times in a month. That's the whole average national earnings. Now, that was the beginning of the year. Now we've had 3 price increases, and none of you had a vote in that price increase, did you? I didn't get the email saying, do you mind if we increase the petrol price again and again? No. Now she filled it up the other day. It's 1,500 Rand. Same petrol, same tank, same petrol station. We do not have control at all of our personal finance in South Africa. And it is our hope that with our tool, we put you back in control. Because if you're in control, you can start digging yourself out of these kinds of holes. Right now, you know that in order to bridge the gap between what you earn and what you're spending, you're having to use debt. All of us have to use debt. We have no choice. There isn't another option, otherwise we'd be using it. But the problem with debt is we're stretching it so far now as the costs exceed our income by so much that that bridge is going to collapse at some stage and it's going to take all of us with it. Our hope here at DuePoint is that before that happens, we're able to put something in your hand that you can control, that will create a wealth for you that is there every month, that will replace that bridge and be as big as you want it to be. That's our primary objective. Our secondary objective at DuePoint is that we want to get you participating and benefiting from the financial services sector again in South Africa. It is massively regulated, and as a result, 99% of South Africans are not involved. It is just too difficult to get in with all the regulation. We believe we've opened the window here to allow the average South African to benefit again from the financial services sector in South Africa. Now, with those 2 objectives put together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system allows you as an individual to contract with us as what we call a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you're given one task here, the task of connecting people to us. That's it. It is one responsibility. Just simply connect individuals to us. We do not ask you to sell anything. That is not what we do here. We do not ask you to advertise. We do not ask you to advise. We don't ask you to do any of those things. We have simplified the task down to one thing: just connect people to us. As you connect people to us, you obviously allow us the opportunity to make more sales as an insurance company. You're not doing it, we're doing it. When we make those sales, we're able to create revenue, and it's from that revenue that we are able to create a recurring extra income for you. Again, we do not sell trinkets here. We don't sell soaps, creams, perfumes, cryptocurrency. I don't know. We don't sell any of these things here because they create transactional cash. Transactional cash is when you sell the pot, you get 450 Rand. Then it's gone. You have to go back to the same person again next week or next month and beg him to buy the same pot again. It's normally a lot harder the second time. Almost impossible the third time you ask him to buy the same pot the third time. Your income is once off. And you know what it's like? If I put any cash in your hands this evening, by tomorrow morning, it will be gone, won't it? Because it just leaks out. We use lifestyle products and insurance and financial services products here at DuePoint, which run on automatic debit orders and last a lifetime, which means that every month, no matter what you're doing, whether you're busy or not busy, those debit orders are raised and your income comes in. That is wealth. That is not cash, it's wealth that we create for you here. We then wrap that in a system that allows you to leverage others, because many people will say to me, but Brendan, I don't have time. Yes, congratulations, you're part of the biggest club in the country. None of us have any time. We're all having our time sucked up in our jobs. Anyone here getting rich off of their job right now? No, but you are pouring how many hours a week into that job? 60, 80, I mean, I tell you it's 40 hours, but none of you work 40 hours. I know, because none of us work 40 hours. It's 60, 80, 100 hours every week that we pour into it. I used to use the example next door here. We've got this big space storage building that's been going up over the last year or two that they've been building. I've watched those workers 7 days a week for 2 years. 7 days a week they work on there, and they are in there when the sun comes up in the morning. They're laying the bricks and painting the walls, and when the sun goes down at night, they are still laying the bricks and painting the walls. They work 7 days a week, and none of them are getting any richer off of that job. It is an absolute travesty, an absolute travesty. Now we here at DuePoint have built the system, understanding that you don't have time. We understand that. We made the system to work in a very special way. First of all, it creates wealth, and second of all, it buys your time back. In the beginning, you're only going to have a little bit of time, so you will have to leverage others in what we call channels of individuals. Those individuals will all have a little bit of time. That means you've now got lots of time that is flowing towards the construction of your wealth here at DuePoint, and in time, our system buys all your time back for you. Folks, this is not an employment opportunity. It's a tool, and we put it in your hands, and you, independently of us, decide what you're going to do with this tool. Whether it's a little bit or a lot, that is completely up to you. Now, we also built this tool in a very special way, in a way that does not cost you any money to be involved in our system. You see, the big problem right now in South Africa is that wherever you go, they're asking for your money, especially if you have to buy something first to sell it. The pots, you've got to buy the box of pots. The creams, you've got to buy the box of creams. You know, whatever it might be, you have to pay first before you can start making money. This is why most people end up losing money, because they failed to sell the item that they had to buy. Other spots will ask you for money up front. Just give me the money, never mind about a product, and I will pay you back later. We're always losing on the opening of the transaction. Here at DuePoint, there is no cost at all for being a wealth engineer in our system. There's no starter kit, no starter fee, no starter manual that you have to buy for, no application form fees that you have to pay, and there's no monthly admin or sales fee that we charge you. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer at no additional premium. So tonight is not a risk decision. It's not a risk decision. And everybody can be involved because, like I said, you're not selling. So you don't need to be qualified. You don't need experience, not intermediaries, not brokers, you're not agents. You don't advertise, so you don't need any special qualification there. You're left with one task, just connecting people to us, and anybody can do that, no matter what type of personality they have. People say, I've got the wrong personality for this business. Really? You need the personality of a doornail here at DuePoint to do this system. Simply connect individuals to us. All right, now we've built this system so that people are able to create assets, because the asset is where the wealth is. As I said to you, you will build channels, teams of individuals that are going to start creating this recurring wealth for you. That channel, because it has a recurring income, is something you can price. It now becomes an asset, something that you can sell. This team you create, you can actually sell to somebody else. And one day when you pass away, if you still have that channel, you will hand it automatically over to your children, and your children will earn the income that you created during your life. That's what real assets do. You see, your job is not an asset, because when you die, your children don't get it, do they? They don't get that job. They don't get to jump onto the hamster wheel that you were running on your whole life. They don't get to do that. Somebody else gets it. Right now in South Africa, we don't have generational legacy. We don't leave anything behind for our children. But with the DuePoint system, you leave behind your asset to your children, and they automatically start to benefit from it once you've passed away. We change everything about the economics of families here at DuePoint. All right, now we've also allowed you, through our system, a system of convenience for you. We do not want you to be embarrassed or ashamed or inconvenienced in the construction of your channels with us. In fact, we want the exact opposite experience. We want wealth engineers to be supremely proud of being involved with us here at DuePoint because of what we offer as a company. You know, really, I'm going to shoot Bill Gates one night. He does this to me like every night, no matter what we do. He likes just saying, Brendan, I am watching you. I just want you to know that I am. Folks, in our system, you don't have to sell anything, so that's crossed off. You don't need to stock or carry any products, so that's off the system, off the cards. And you don't need to present. There's only two people that are going to present the DuePoint opportunity, and that's myself and Rob. And using our technology, we're in your pockets 24 hours a day, any day of the year. You're never ever going to have to be a great public speaker. You're never ever going to have to learn about products and that so that you can display them or talk or teach people about them. No, in the DuePoint system, you're left with just that one task. Just connect individuals to us. As you connect individuals to us, there's 4 things you can do. Firstly, you can go out to our information counter and buy a USB stick. A USB stick is 170 Rand once off. It's a once off cost of 170 Rand. So if you struggle with the cost of data, everything here's online, you're going to struggle. So stop struggling and buy the USB stick. You can call our client service ladies and they will send one to you as well. On that USB stick, you can plug it into a TV or a computer or a laptop, and there we are, giving the presentation for you any time of the day. The second way of connecting people to us is you can bring them here to our studio here. Monday through Saturday, we present out of here. Night times, lunch times, mornings, go to our schedule on our website or on our app. Pick the time that's convenient for you and bring your guests here, and we will present to them just about every day of the week. And then the third way of connecting people to us, probably the most important way, is our YouTube channel. You go to YouTube, you search DuePoint, and you will find our channel there with every presentation we have ever made, including this evening's. And you can go pick your favorite ones, and any time of the day, anywhere in the country. This is a nationwide business. You simply click play, and there we are doing the presentation for you. People often say to me, but Brendan, what do I say to people? How do I get? You say, do you require more money? Yes, click. That's what you do. There you've had your full training at DuePoint. There it was. Do you require more money? Yes, click play on YouTube. If I can teach you to click play, I can teach you to build wealth at DuePoint. That's how simple this whole process is. And then the fourth way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live broadcasts. Every one of our presentations is broadcast live across the nation every day of the week, Monday through Saturday. This means that if you are not in Joburg, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you are stuck in your office every day because you don't have time, it doesn't matter. If you are at home, at church, in a coffee shop, it doesn't matter. You pull out any screen with an internet connection and you push play, and you are in the room live with us 6 days a week. And so in every way, we have made the construction of channels here at DuePoint absolutely simple and convenient for you. As you connect people to us, some of the people you connect to us are going to catch the vision. Not all of them. Just some of them. But when they do and become wealth engineers like you, we allocate them to you and your channel is born. These individuals are going to go out and do exactly the same thing as you. They're going to talk to loads of people, connect them to us, and some of them are going to see what we're doing and become wealth engineers. And again, we're going to allocate them to you. And this process repeats itself over and over and over again as your channel spreads out across this country. We have seen it happen 1,000 times here already at DuePoint. Now, we then come along as DuePoint, the insurance company. We do it. And we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel that you have built for us. And without having to sell a single pot, your income is now born with us. Now, folks, what's very important to note is that this is not a pyramid scheme. It is not a Ponzi scheme, and it is certainly not a get-rich-quick scheme. Those are the three mistakes many people make when looking at DuePoint. We are a licensed and listed insurance company. That means we have more than 8 regulators that look after us here. We are constantly audited and reviewed, and we have had to put this through all of the regulators to get approval and sign off before we could start, and we did that years ago. Years ago. So this is genuine wealth creation. Now, the thing with genuine is that it comes at a price. And the price here at DuePoint is your time. It is going to take time in our system to create wealth for you. And this is the one thing that South Africans are very bad with. You see, that's what all the schemers and scammers know. They know that South Africans are unwilling to put time into anything. So what they do is they put up a little website and they put some Facebook adverts out and they say, I'm going to make you rich in 90 days. You just come and give me your money and buy my fake products and do this and do that, and I will make you rich in 90 days. And we all fall for it hook, line, and sinker. Why? Because we are generally unwilling to put time into the creation of wealth for us. Now, unfortunately, at DuePoint, we are going to ask for your time. But where you do give us time and perseverance and determination, we will make you wealthy. And we'll make you wealthy in a very different way. We'll make you wealthy permanently. Permanently. This is something nothing you've ever done before has done for you, has it? No, because otherwise you wouldn't be sitting here. You'd be in the Mediterranean on your yacht. Okay? No, here at DuePoint we build slowly but permanently. And in order to do that, we start the process by facilitating the purchase of our products. We have 4 products here at DuePoint. Our first product is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 324 Rand a month, and for that 324 Rand, you get 2 independent products. Your first one is your very own tax-free investment account, and your second one is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand of your 324, just 100 Rand of your 324, and every month we put it into your tax-free investment account. Every month. That means that money is yours. There's no waiting periods on it. I think it takes 5 to 7 days for them to cash the shares in and bring the cash back to you. But there's no loss, there's no friction cost in that 100 Rand every month. That means the actual cost of this product is only 224 Rand a month to you. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month, and for that you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no maximum age limits, and no medical examinations or declarations. We want you to be able to put everybody in your channel in South Africa. No matter their circumstances, we want you to be able to build wealth off of everyone. And this product is for everybody. Then our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. Our Family Wealth Funeral Plan is made up of 2 products as well. The first is funeral cover. 20 or 30,000 Rand, starts at $299 a month, and you can pick your option. Do you want 20 or do you want 30? Do you want 5 family members included, or do you want 10 family members included in this product with you? All right. Then the second product in there for that, starting at $299, is 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover. What does this mean? It means that when you pass away one day, instead of your children getting 500 Rands worth of airtime and a tent for your funeral, we'll settle 10,000 Rands worth of your debt so that they do not need to. We believe that this is one of the most powerful funeral products in the country today. There are training videos on all of these products on our website and full documentation on our website and our app. Guys, go and read the documentation, watch the training videos, and you will understand why we are so proud of our products and why we believe that they are the best in their categories in the country today. Then our fourth product, a non-insurance, non-financial product. It's our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's $299 a month to be a member. As a member, you get access to all of our suppliers. We're a 7-decade-old insurance company. We have loads of suppliers that give us discounts, vouchers, packages, special prices, services, account managers. All the things you couldn't necessarily get as an individual, you now get access to and can use all of them every month. The wonderful thing about our program is that you don't have to earn your way into any part of it. You don't have to go to the gym and get your heart rate up for 30 minutes. You don't have to go and buy a certain level. When you're in, you're able to use all of our suppliers. And we encourage you to, if you've, again, watch Saturday morning's development seminar, you'll understand how reducing your spend is a critical part of improving your economic position. This product is about doing that for you. Watch the training videos and use it appropriately. All right, now how do we generally get you guys to connect with us as insurance and banking industries and businesses? Well, what we do is we generally advertise to you, don't we? Absolutely every slot, every spot, everywhere in the country, you will see an insurance or banking advert, whether it's on TV or radio or billboards or trucks or taxis or bathrooms, or we have got adverts up trying to get to you. Now that costs us as individual companies hundreds of millions a year, as an industry more than $1 billion a year, just to get you to connect to us. Now how do we pay for that? Well, we build it into your product price, your funeral cover, your car insurance, your banking fees. All of that has got next month's marketing in it. And every month you're paying for next month's marketing. Now here at DuePoint we've done a similar thing. The only difference is we do zero advertising. Zero. You're never going to see an advert for DuePoint. Why? Because we use you to connect people to us. We do not run adverts, we use you, and as a result, all that money we were going to spend anyway on SABC, DSTV, Prime Media, etc., we now have available to redirect to you and your channel and start creating wealth for you. We start with our returns program. Our returns program pays you £27.50 every month for every product payment that takes place in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment is made. So for instance, you're going to go out, you're going to chat to some of your friends. Some of them will become wealth engineers and pay for their products. When they do, you get £27.50 multiplied by 200% because you introduced them. That's 55 Rand. It's 55 Rand for every product payment every month. Not once off and not for each person. You see, we want you back in control again. If this individual here takes 2 products, you now get 110 Rand. You get 55 for every product. If he takes 3, you get 165 Rand. If he takes 4, you get 220 Rand. So you're in control of creating a revenue that you leverage yourself. Now some people have said to me, but Brendan, the website said I can get 450 Rand to sell the pot, blah, 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 blah. Yes, that's once. Here, we're talking about every month that those products are paid. you get 55 Rand for products on your first point. Now, these folk go out, they're going to talk to some of their friends. Some will become wealth engineers. When they do and they pay for their products, again, you're going to get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand again. Now, look at this example. It's just an example, but yeah, you can see you've put half a dozen people in. You've literally been here 5 minutes, and you're now earning just under 1,000 Rand a month. That's 12,000 Rand a year of extra income. None of you quit your jobs to come to DuePoint. You take this tool and you add it to your life. You now have an extra 12,000 Rand a year, and you haven't even got started yet with us. You put a little bit more time, a little bit more energy in, and you continue to earn, but now at a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. But from the 8th point on, you do not have a limit to your ability to create income. You have unlimited potential at DuePoint. From the 8th point on, as long as you qualify to earn, you will always get 4% of 27 Rand 50 for every product payment made in your channel. So you build a channel with 36 points in. You can earn on every one of those 36 points as long as you qualify to earn. You hand it over to your children one day, they build it to 50 points. And they can earn on every one of those points as long as they qualify to earn. How do you qualify to earn? Watch the training videos. There's one, I used to say my video was 6 minutes long. Rob did one in 2 minutes 57. There's a 2-minute 57 long video that tells you how to qualify here. We've made the simplest, most usable system available to create unlimited wealth for those that are willing to pay the time price. The time price. All right. Now, what does this look like when we translate it into rands and cents for you on the ground? People say to me, Brendan, how much am I going to earn here? Well, it's very difficult to know because every single one of you is going to grow and earn at a different rate. That's something you will control. And so what we did was to give you some kind of milestones that you could aim for while you're here at DuePoint. We took 20 years of data, crunched a whole lot of numbers, and came up with what we think is very reasonable and conservative for you. We call it the 3+2 growth rate formula. It says that you, brand new, no time, can only do a little bit of a wealth engineer, come into our business, and you do the following. In your first month with us, you put 3 people in. That's the 3 of the 3+2. You just put 3 people in your first entire month. Like, I really feel like people can do better than that. I think our record is something like 55 people in 1 month from one individual. So when I ask for 3, I feel like that's quite reasonable. Then every month thereafter, you guys don't look convinced. You're like, 3? That's completely unreasonable. How can you ask for 3? No, tough crowd Monday night. All right, +2. Every month thereafter, you have to put just 2 people in. So 3 + 2 + 2 + 2. Every month thereafter, you are responsible for those 2. Now, you can't skip that responsibility if you're going to follow my milestones. If you're going to follow these milestones every month, including Christmas and Easter and your birthday, you have to find 2 people in that month and add them to your first point. Now, if you do that over time, consistently, and we apply all of our mathematics to it, all the lapses, cancellation rates, etc., we believe that these will be your milestones. After 6 months with us, so it was 3 + 2 + 2 + 2 + 2 + 2, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. 2,500 Rand a month. Now, you see how different we are from Facebook. Facebook's telling you you're rich already by there. Okay, we're saying no. No one's rich after 90 days. Only the guy who started the website who took your money. Here at DuePoint, we say 6 months will get you to 2,500 Rand a month. 2,500 Rand a month every month is 30,000 Rand a year extra income that you have now created in your household. For most people in South Africa, an extra 2,500 Rand is quite life-changing. Even though they would demand more, that 2,500 Rand would already be starting to change their circumstances. Now, if you can do another 6 months with us, that's a year. That's from now till this time next year. If you can do 1 year with us, we believe that you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month is 120,000 Rand a year of extra income that you have now created in your household. Are you willing to put a year in to get a 10,000 Rand raise? Because you see, when I put it in the context of work, if I said your boss came to you and said, listen, work for me for another year and I'll increase your salary by 10,000 Rand. You'd be like, I'm sticking around. That is awesome. And that is exactly what we say here. Can you be consistent? Can you put 2 people in every month for a year and get to 10,000? Now, I know that you all can. Whether you will is the question mark. Now, why? Why is there a question mark around that? Because people start to confuse their responsibility here at DuePoint. This is what we have learned over the years of doing this. We came to you and we said, you've got one responsibility. I just need you to add 2 people a month. About 3 months in, you've added to maybe 20 people odd into your channel, and nobody's doing anything. and some of the people are not paying. And now you start getting confused because you thought your responsibility was to make them pay, make them duplicate, do the same as you. And then you go, but Brendan, this is not working, and you quit. No, folks. The mathematics doesn't care about what the people do that you put in. That's not what it does. What it cares about is whether you keep putting people in. If you keep putting your 2 in every single month, month after month after month, no matter what those people choose to do, eventually the math starts working for you and your income starts rising. That's why after 6 months you're only on 2.5, because 80% of the people you put in didn't do anything. They came in, they took a product, and then they didn't add anyone. And you're going, but Brendan, you told me people would add. Yes, they will eventually. So don't confuse your responsibility. You have one simple task here. Just keep adding people to your first point. And over time, that 9,000 becomes 27,000 Rand a month. 27 to 30,000 after 2 years. Not because you got confused, but because you remain determined to keep adding 2 every month. 2 years from now, you are now on 30,000 Rand a month. 30,000 Rand a month, that's 360,000 Rand a year that you've added to your household. I went and did a whole lot of research last week for the Dev Seminar this last Saturday, and in there I discovered that 68% of South Africans do not earn 30,000 Rand a month. They earn less. Let's call it 70%. 70% of South Africans are never going to earn 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. That is frightening. That is frightening. But here we say, can you give us 2 years? If you can give us 2 years, we'll get you there. We will, as long as you remain determined and as long as you don't get confused by people not doing what you want them to do in your channel. If you can do 3 years with us, it rises to 45,000 Rand a month. If you can do 4 years, it rises to 60,000 Rand a month. And if you can do half a decade with us, not 5 months, not 5 weeks, and not the first 50 people that you talk to, no, 5 years of doing this with us, connecting individuals to us, we reckon you can reasonably expect to be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. 80 to 100,000 Rand, that's $1 million a year. That's your Facebook number. That's the one they promise you after 90 days. We say no. It's going to take you 5+ years with us to get there. But when we get you there, it's permanent. It's life-changing. You are now able to change your future as a result of that. Can you and will you do it? That will remain completely up to you. How many years have you guys put into your employment? 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years? You got to 27,000 Rand a month yet? No. Have you got to 80,000 Rand a month yet? No. But you guys are all going back there tomorrow morning, smiling. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You know, no, sir. No, ma'am. Sure, I'll stay late. Sure, I'll do this, boring task again. You're all going back there, man. But when I tell you, can you give me 5 years of just adding 2 people a month? People go, Brendan, this is too hard. And I go, really? It's harder than your job? It's harder than what you're doing right now? It's not hard if you don't confuse your responsibility. At DuePoint, you just keep adding, keep adding, keep adding, and the maths does the rest for you here at DuePoint. Are people doing it? For sure. We've been around a good couple of years now, and we have people that we put on this stage every single month. Fresh people. Some doing badly, some doing medium, some doing well. We put them all up here for you to see because we got nothing to hide at DuePoint. This month we had Tanashi up. She's been with us for a year, but by her own admission, the first 7 months she did nothing. She had heard about it, she came in, took the tool, and then put the tool on the shelf and never looked at it again for 7 more months. But as she came into January, the New Year's resolutions kicked in. You know what they like. And she sat there and went, you know what, I cannot have another year like 2017. I need a better year in 2018. And over the course of 5 months, from January to May, she created a channel worth 5,000 Rand a month. That's 60,000 Rand a year. Now remember I said, how much did I say you'd be on after 6 months? 2,500 Rand a month. That was my milestone I gave you. I said, if you build this at +2, +2, +2, you're going to take 6 months to get to 2.5. She said, no thanks, I'll put more than 2 people in a month. And by putting more people in than 2 a month, the math started kicking in, and now she's on a channel worth 5,000 Rand a month. How does 5 grand a month change your personal economic position? Then we've got Kuena. She's been with us for 5 months too, January through May. And in those 5 months, she's built a channel that's worth 6,000 Rand a month. 6,000. So you can build this faster than my milestones. It's completely up to you. 72,000 Rand a year is now hers. as she builds with us here at DuePoint. What does it look like if you spend a little bit more time with us? What if you spend 18 months and beyond with us? Well, here's Mvul Mazeka. He's been with us for 18 months. Over the course of the 18 months, he's built himself a channel worth 14,000 Rand a month, which means he's now on track for his 27 after 2 years. He's on track. But more importantly than that, over the 2 years, he hasn't got nothing out of the process of building with us here. No. When I take all of his earnings over the 18 months and I add them all together, you know, in the beginning it was a little, 500 Rand, I can't remember exactly what it was, then 800 Rand, then 2,000 Rand as he built up. If I add them all together, over that 18 months he's earned 137,000 Rand. What would 137,000 Rand do for you over the next 18 months? Would it be enough for you to go, I don't care what the people are doing that are in my channel, I must just keep adding and keep adding? Or would it be too little? And you'd go, why is nobody doing anything in my channel? I quit. This is a mathematical exercise here at DuePoint. Most people don't tell you this because it scares you. When you go to any network, it's always the same. They don't tell you anything so that you go out going, this is awesome, I can do it. Here we tell you everything. Here we say it's going to take time. It's going to take time. But if you put the time in, life changes. Life changes. Go to our YouTube channel. Go and look there. We've got probably over 100 testimonies now. People talking about how they make money here. Some a little bit, a couple hundred Rand a month. Some a medium amount, 1,000, 5,000, 8,000. Some 10, 20, 30,000 Rand. We got others doing 60, 70, 80, 100,000 Rand. We got them all here. Every month they earn it. You can ask any one of them. We've never missed a payment date. We've never been late. We've never made funny Facebook announcements that, you know, the money's coming, but just wait. I don't do that. This is real, genuine wealth creation here. Watch their stories. Decide where you are. What do you want? Maybe you just want 5 grand a month. Maybe you want 50 grand a month. Go and decide what it is, and then understand the price will be your time and your commitment to us here at DuePoint. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's DuePoint. Everything you need to know, I've told you this evening. There's really nothing more. Go do all the research you want. Jump on our website. Everything is there. Download our code of conduct, download our product documents, watch the training videos. It's all there for you. Go and do it. But once you've done it, if you want to be a wealth engineer with us, it's super simple. Again, jump on the website, DuePoint.net, click the join button, fill out the form, and you are a wealth engineer without a cent having left your pockets. This evening, you can start building your wealth with us without having paid a single cent. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I should charge everyone 50,000 Rand to get started. Maybe they'd take it a little bit more seriously then. No, we've built this in South Africa for South Africans without taking your money. Get in there tonight, fill the form out, and you're a wealth engineer. If you're serious, get the tools. The tools are not for us. They don't make us money. They make you money. If you're struggling with data, I've said it before 1,000 times. Buy the memory stick. Then you don't have to worry about data anymore. Put an order in with client service or come and buy a chat our information counter. There it is, 170 Rand. You got our presentations in your pocket 24 hours a day. If your phone keeps dying on you, and this is where you do your whole business at DuePoint, everything, your wealth creation happens out of this phone. If your phone's on 6% 24 hours a day and never gets more than that, and you can never get anybody to sign up on your phone, then get the backup battery. We've got it for you. We actually specifically designed it when we saw how many people's batteries were dying the whole time. Get the backup battery. It's a good conversation piece, keeps your phone alive. If you struggle to connect people, get the business cards. It's a 5,000 Rand set that because we can leverage with our weight here at Constantia, we get for 645 Rand for you. And it's 500 business cards custom made for you on what would be a 5,000 Rand business card set. It is a powerful tool in connecting people. Get the tools. We got everything else. We got the notepads, custom designed notepads for you. I think they're 25 Rand. We got the notebooks. We got the iPad covers. We've got pens, caps, pins, everything that you need. Get them. Get them and get out there and start talking about DuePoint and connecting people to us. Folks, we're live on Facebook. Go there, love us, don't like us, love us. Hold the like button, change to love, okay? Makes us spread so much faster. Go there, follow us, like us. Every day we put up content, training, motivation, updates, all sorts of bits and pieces for you. Make sure you're following us on Facebook. We're also going to be running competitions. We've had one already. We're going to have more as we move forward into this year, so make sure you're following us there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Guys, contrary to popular belief, it is free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then you know know when we're live every day. And then, folks, download our free app. Have you noticed how many times I've said free this evening? Okay? This is the worst Ponzi scheme in the world. We take none of your money. Okay? Our app is free too. Go to the app stores, download our app, put it on your phone. That's the tool you create wealth with here. That's how you connect people to us. Get that app. Your training is on it as well. Bottom right-hand corner, tools. Watch the training videos. They're there for you, and they'll show you how different this business is from anything you've seen before. All your personal documentation and details are there. Go watch the videos, read the documentation. You know what is going on. Get the app before you leave this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we know that you don't necessarily know how to do this business, so we not only want to teach you how to do this, we also want to motivate you on how to do this business. It's not easy work, and we believe we're the only company in the country that actually takes you by the hand and not only educates you through this process, but motivates you to be educated. It's the best system in the world. You know, when you go to university, they don't give you any motivation. They just give you piles of textbooks and say, if you don't pass, you fail. That's not what we do here. We actually motivate you the whole way through your training with us. Through our XP Rewards program, we put you through a series of steps. As you complete the steps with us, we give you what's called XP points, experience points. Those experience points are simply a measure of your progress with us here at DuePoint. As you accumulate those XP points, naturally your channel is going to start growing. And where you meet the two criteria of experience with us and channel size, we rank you up. And when we rank you up, you are rewarded again. In the beginning with a little bit of cash. As you get more serious, your channel gets bigger, the cash starts getting real serious in our program. Folks, we don't even show you what's past rank 11, and we have currently mapped 28 ranks. We are showing you the top third. That's all we're showing you. So if it's at 50,000 Rand, 1/3 of the way through this program, what do you think it is 2/3 and 3/3 the way through this program? It gets real serious. Real serious. This is beginner stuff. This is the kind of stuff you can do in your first 2 years with us. Very quickly, moving up through this. Then at rank 5, we start to reward you with tools. Things that you're going to use to build your channel with us. At rank 5, it's an imported lightning memory stick from the United States of America. It plugs into every electronic device and it's got everything on it you need to connect people to us. At rank 7, we give you a 12,500 Rand set of custom-made, imported, gold-gilded business cards. Not gold-printed, gold-gilded. Ever held a business card that has gold on it? Well, we're going to give you a set that's yours, that's custom-made for you at rank 7. When you hand those out to people, they start paying attention. Then, at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, every year that you do, we take you and your family away on a 1-week trip in December when it's hot and expensive. All expenses paid, 5-star business class. Now, this is where people get both excited and delusioned. Okay, now I've got to try to fix both of those for you right now. Delusioned, people go, Brendan, this is just a farce, it never happens. Now I know it's a joke. Folks, we go every year. I'm going to show you footage that is real footage. Even the drone footage that was Rob with his drone. Okay? Everything I show you is real. We don't have to take stock footage because we go every year. We're going on the 8th of December this year. That's like less than 4 months away, guys. Whew. 4 months from now, we're going with all our rank 9s again. And then, of course, the excitement. I've got to kind of taper that a bit. What rank are you guys on at the moment? Naught. Rank 9 is a long way from rank 0. Okay? It is difficult to get to rank 9 in 4 months. Not impossible. Not impossible, just really difficult. What is more likely to be the case, as we have done this for a couple of years, is that your average at +2 a month, just +2, if you put more on, it goes faster, but at 2, it's going to take you 19 months to get there. I love this when I talk, even in the training, I remind people, listen, it's going to take you a year and a half to get to rank 9. They go, oh, no, I quit then, I leave. Really? Now, if your boss said, if you put 18 months in, I'll give you a trip every year for the rest of your life, would you work the 18 months or would you quit? Would you go, no, that's ridiculous, I'm not coming back to this job? No. You see, suddenly when it's your job, 18 months is not a problem. But when it's here and we say this is real, it is permanent, and you're going to have to work for it. It's going to take you 18 to 19 months on average to get there. That means you're not coming with us this year. But it does mean you're coming with us next year. That does mean that. But if you miss next year, it doesn't matter either, because you know what, we're going the year after, and the year after, and the year after, and you've got all the time in the world. There's no deadline here. There's no timelines. You've got all the time in the world. There's actually a video I was watching recently of one of our testimonies where one of the guys, wealth engineers, came to me after, and this was years ago now. He came to me after and said, Brendan, when's the cutoff date for rank 9? I said, well, there is no cutoff date for rank 9. When you go rank 9, we take you. That's how it works, you know. There's no, if you miss this year, it doesn't matter, you come next year. And so we do not join DuePoint for the holiday. We join DuePoint for the wealth that is created through the returns program, and for your hard work. For those that go, I will put the time in, I will put the perseverance and persistence in. For those, we reward with trips like this.
Gone and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
Four months away, and all the rank 9s are going to come away with us. Now, like I said to you, it's not impossible to go to rank 9 in 4 months. It's not. It's just hard work. You can't be putting 2 people in a month. You need to be putting in like 20 people a month. So the big question is, who's going to be with us? Well, who's going to be with us this year, and who's going to be with us next year and the years beyond? That's up to you. You will work for it. It will take time. But when we get you there permanently. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your very own car. It's not financed through us. You don't rent it from us. And we don't give it to you and take it away, and we don't cover it in branding. It's your car. And our hope is that for those of you who've done the work, you will continue to do the work with us here at DuePoint to go from rank 11 to rank 28 and beyond. And so again, I remind you, rank 11 is not the end. It is very much still the beginning of our training program here at DuePoint. And you are left in the position of making decisions about how you want the next 5 years of your life to look. Folks, as I said, tomorrow night, Tell All Tuesday. We've got a brand new set of folk up on stage tomorrow night. We're quite excited about them. The theme for tomorrow night is slow and steady. Most of the time, we've got some guy shooting the lights out that we like to put on stage to show you that it can be done. But tomorrow night, we're going to be concentrating on those that have put time in to grow channels slowly that have already started changing their lives. And it is always an incredible evening here at DuePoint. The energy is palpable. It is fantastic for guests. Bring your guests to come and see how the system actually works, especially the difficult ones, the ones who know better. Bring them on this evening. We would like to see all your venues packed tomorrow night. We'd like to see thousands of people watching us live, and we want this venue filled too. So wealth engineers, wherever you are tonight, start gathering your channels and gathering your guests for what is going to be a highlight of this month tomorrow night. We'll see you then at 6:30 tomorrow. So folks, I think you can see just how serious we are about what we're doing here at DuePoint. This is not like anything you've seen before. And I think these days, because of the way things come and go, the most important feature of DuePoint is that we don't come and go. We've been here for years, and we're going to be here for years. We're here ready, waiting for South Africans to pick this tool up and to start changing the economy that we live in. If you've got questions and concerns, come and ask us. It's not a problem. Ask the people that brought you this evening. But let's get them behind you so that you don't leave this evening without this tool in your hands. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you guys all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live tonight.